Hey folks, as you can see, I am here with a bunch of charts, and these are charts of the leading political figures, and also Taylor Swift, and also the chart of the USA and the chart of the current transits and the eclipses. I'm going to talk about this real potential for danger, even with public figures. We've recently seen some assassination attempts. We saw a recent one with the former President Trump. I mentioned in a video not too long ago that with Mars moving through these signs of Gemini and Cancer between now and June 2025, and that's going through the 8th house of the USA chart and going over all of these planets in the USA chart, it shows an overall potential for danger. And I'm going to be talking about and upheaval, war, all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to be talking about that in relation to these three people's charts today. So check it out.
Please like the video. Clicking like helps a lot more than you know. It pushes the video higher in relevant video searches. Also, please leave a nice comment. Comments also help more than you know as it raises the video in searches. Many times with hundreds of likes, there are only a dozen comments and they can be disproportionately negative. So be positive. Let me know if you like this. Even just a few words really helps. So subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of upcoming videos.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you doing that. And let's just get to it. As you see here, I have the charts of these three people. This is Kamala Harris, who is now the Democratic nominee for president. Taylor Swift, we don't have her birth time, so I don't know what this birth time is. It says ascendant here. But of note, notice she has two planets up here in Gemini, the moon in Gemini and Jupiter in Gemini. And Donald Trump has Mercury in Gemini and Saturn and Venus in the early degrees of Cancer, where Mars is going to be going back and forth between now and June 2025. So this is the chart of the current eclipse in Pisces that's happening September 17th. This is actually September 18th, the day after. So you could see that we also have Ketu, the South Node, is down here in Virgo. By the way, Donald Trump has his Jupiter down there in Virgo. I'll be talking about that on other videos. But this of note, this transit of Mars going back and forth through all of these planets in the USA chart, I talked about this last week, a couple weeks ago, is a very transformative and even dangerous time. Now, I've rectified the USA chart to have this Scorpio ascendant. Now, again, even if you think that the ascendant is Sagittarius, I don't think it is. I think it's Scorpio. Between now and June of 2025, Mars is going to be going back and forth between the signs of Gemini and Cancer. You're going to want to know what this means for you. It's a crazy once-in-a-lifetime shift, and it's going to be different for each person based on their rising sign. As you see at this page, marswebclass.com, I have all of the dates laid out. I have a free webinar for you, a free web class where I go over this in great detail, and I have some background on that transformative shift. So go ahead and register for that. Go to the page, read the articles, and then register for the web class. And all these planets are in the 8th house. Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Sun in the 8th house, and Mercury, Rahu in the 9th house. So Mars is going to be going over all of those planets. He's already gone over a couple of them. And again, he's very close to the Venus in the USA chart and the Jupiter in the USA chart, again, by exact degree right now. So again, this is why we've been seeing some incredibly transformative, destructive in some ways, kind of every day it seems like a new kind of reset, right? We had a debate last week, which really shifted a lot of things. And then since then, there's been all of this very intense rhetoric about Haitian migrants and all of this stuff recently. Taylor Swift was really dragged into it because Taylor Swift exercised her normal right to say who she was voting for. And actually, she wasn't really critical of anyone. She just said, after looking at it and doing my research, I'm voting for Kamala Harris. You get out, do out there and do your research and vote for who you think is best, blah, blah, blah. It was really quite an innocuous, quote, endorsement. It wasn't heaping any kind of criticism on the other candidate. But then recently the other candidate came out and said, I hate Taylor Swift in a tweet. And again, these kinds of things can lead to danger. And again, of course, he's been in danger. This is the second assassination attempt on him, on Trump, in a couple months, right? You could see, again, Mars going over these planets in his sign of Gemini. Mars in the sky right now, 14, 12, 14. His Mercury is at 15. So again, all of these candidates, including Kamala Harris, also has the ascendant and Rahu in Gemini. So again, Mars going through her first house, Mars going over Taylor Swift's moon and Jupiter. Again, I don't know her ascendant, but the moon and Jupiter with this Mars transit is showing her, potential danger. I mean, he's put her in danger. These type of celebrities are always in danger. There's always a potential for danger, but her danger quotient has just increased with Trump. And, now that she has said this, she's in the sights of the, right wing in this country online, and she's getting tons of hate. And again, we have crazy people all over the place with access to firearms. So as some commentators say, we have the best armed crazy people in the world. Every country in the world has crazy people who are just, nuts, but we have the best armed crazy people in the world. They can go and want to assassinate people and stuff like that. So this is the second time it's almost happened with Trump. And by the way, part of the dangerous rhetoric here is now, it's just started, but it's going to be, they can't resist saying that it's the left who are trying to assassinate Trump and all of this, whereas both of the people who did were previous Trump voters. They were actually Republicans. The guy before and this guy that just did it at his golf course voted for him in 2016. So again, I'm not going to get into all that here. The main thing I'm talking about, though, is this transformation of, and this danger that I talked about with Mars going through all of these planets between now and June of 2025 is real. It's a real danger. We're seeing it. And again, we're even just seeing the shocking transformations and changes of fortune. Like with the debate last week, it was like Kamala kind of wrecked him by most people's accounts. And, then that sort of changed, that kind of scrambled everything. And then again, doubling down on the Haitian migrant story, and then the Taylor endorsement, and this, and the shots being fired. No matter where you come down on the political spectrum and who you want to win or whatever, this is showing the kind of chaos, eighth house. Again, to me, that's why it's eighth house, the kind of chaotic potential and dangerous potential. And eighth house has to do with murders, assassinations, also war, and just sudden, shocking, unexpected changes, reversals of fortune out of nowhere, things changing. Again, that's what, people getting shot at and getting killed. That's what it's showing. Not to mention, again, all of the dangers in the Middle East, in the Russia-Ukraine war. There's so many potentials for things to blow up all over the place, with the USA being right in the middle. And that can include things like changes of fortune in the world, where rapid escalation of war could change Kamala Harris's fortunes, as she seems to be up in the polls at this point, national polls. But again, battleground states are still really close because of the US election. You have to win. A Democrat has to be up by 4 or 5 points nationally at least to even have a chance, because of battleground states. All of those things could change very quickly with, again, escalating wars in the Middle East or Ukraine or somewhere else where we're not even thinking. So look for all kinds of, again, shocking revelations. And because we're in eclipse cycle right now, as I said, this is the eclipse chart, actually the day after the eclipse. This is September 18th, Moon Rahu here. Anytime we get in these eclipse energies, things get volatile and things get explosive and things get nuts. And you can see where this eclipse is falling in the USA chart in the 11th house, where the USA has Saturn in that chart. So when the USA was conceived of, Saturn was in Virgo, and we're having an eclipse now in Virgo, right on that Saturn. So I wanted to make this because, again, scary, dangerous, intense times, as Mars is going to grind back and forth until June 2025 between the signs of Cancer, or between the signs of Gemini and Cancer. He's now in Gemini, in the nakshatra of Ardra. Taylor Swift has 2 planets in Ardra. Donald Trump has his Mercury there. But then Trump also has these 2 planets in early Cancer, Saturn and Venus. This is right when we're having the election. Mars is going to be going over that in early October, and then he'll go retrograde in December. But again, while we're having the election and between now and then, Trump definitely is in danger here. This is his 12th house. And again, he'll also make it more dangerous, again, by saying things like it's the left and they're trying, right away.
You're looking at the screen of the Oracle 5D membership level. As you can see, there are tons of classes here on Kundalini, chakras, outer planets. I'm going to be doing election 2024 videos, and I'm going to be uploading them exclusively here. So if you're interested in learning more about that, all you need to do is click the join button under this video, and then when it pops up, click the Oracle 5D avatar option, and you'll get all of these classes that are already loaded. Plus, I'm going to be doing several predictions about the 2024 election. I'm doing them in this private setting because there's just too much weirdness that comes when they're all public. But again, other classes as well. Again, all you do is you click join. Then when it pops up, you click the Oracle 5D avatar level and you'll be set.
Trump and his cohorts and Elon Musk and all come out and say they're trying to get him. They tried to impeach him. Now they're trying to kill him, right? Again, basically blaming the Democrats for trying to assassinate him. Now, again, they're saying part of it is because of saying he's fascist or all of these kinds of things. Again, I understand, but again, no matter how you want to look at this, the rhetoric is dangerous. We're in incredibly dangerous times. And again, it doesn't just include Trump, but Kamala Harris, again, has her ascendant there. And even someone like Taylor Swift. I had forgotten, and I wanted to look in her chart. I didn't remember, but I was like, I bet she's got something in Gemini also. Because, again, seeing him put I hate Taylor Swift definitely puts her in jeopardy as well. And I look, and there's 2 planets in Gemini. So it's a real tragedy to see what's happening in the world. And I hope we can, as a country, dial down the rhetoric, and for us and the sake of the world. But I did want to make this quick video just to show literally what I'm looking at. By the way, I'm going to be doing more official election predictions. They're not going to be for the general public. They are going to be in my paid member site, just because I don't like all the headache. You'll see, even making this video now, there will be people who just lose their mind because it even has politics in it. There'll be people who will just flip out. And frankly, I just don't want the grief. But if people do want to know what my astrological predictions will be relative to the election, you can join at the Oracle 5D star level. They will be good astrological predictions as well. But for now, I just wanted to make this video, and I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.